What's up, my Glassic friends? How y'all doing today? I'm doing great. This is Glassic Gamer. I'm coming at you on an episode of Banished. Woohoo! So we are going to pick up right where we left off. We started our little shacks going on over here that are going to help us build. Let me assign a builder. Okay, builder is assigned. Let's crank up the speed here. Come on, build that puppy. Build it. We'll need our gatherers. The key to this game is get a lot of food up early in the beginning, and then once you have your food, the rest will come pretty easy. You need, well, obviously you need a blacksmith and you need yourself a tailor, but if you get yourself some a good supply of food, you should make it through the first couple winters without a problem. So that's just a little tip and trick here from Glassic. So let's get started here. Alright, this is almost built, so this is the reason why I've got so many food things. I've got my medicine, I've got my hunter, I've got my logger. Gotta have my logger. And, let's see, clothing, good limit. Coal, yeah, we'll get the coal out. So now we've got some coal, you know, maybe I'll just start making some steel tools. There we go. Because you need the coal plus the iron to make the steel. And then you have some nice tools. You guys almost done building here? Alright, so we've got a gatherer's hut. Let's go ahead and assign a gatherer. And that'll give us some extra food supply coming in. There we go. Isn't that spiffy? Now we'll get this building built here. So we have a secondary barn because this one's starting to get full. How's our fisher going? Fishermen are fishing. Good. Alright. So in the last episode we made this boarding house. And the reason we make the boarding house is early in the beginning it's nice to have it. Plus a little bit later on, once you get your mayor's building built, you'll get yourself some settlers that will want to come out and settle. Yeah. So that's a great place to put them when you don't have any place to put them. As far as housing goes. So that's why I do that. Alright, how we doing here? Looks like we're needing to build some more houses because they're filling up quick. Look at that. They're just popping out babies left and right. Alright, so once that's built, we'll go for a house. You know, I'm going to go for a stone house this time, and we'll keep it on the same street. Make like a little main street kind of thing going on. But you know, maybe... Let's... No, not a training post. Town hall. This way we'll have our center of town. Let's see, we'll put our center of town right here. Like so. There we go. There, now we'll be able to have a little bit more progression. Nice. Alright, so let's get this built up here. We've got ourselves a mayor's building. We've got ourselves some logs moving in. A lot of laborers pushing out. We're going to need a little bit of everything on this one. This is going to take a real big team effort. This is our first big building. We can do it. Alright. Remove... No, we don't want to remove structures. Let's just... Yeah, let's remove a good chunk of resources. We're going to just need it. So... Let's select them. And... It's a bit more, but right there, maybe? There we go. See, now we've got a bunch of laborers, so we need to get that building popped in there. And I really want to get a house built because we are going to run out of housing fast. They are just popping out babies left and right here. Let's make a good amount. There we go. And that should get a good start. Nice. So these guys are all clearing stuff, but they're not really gathering. What's going on here? Come on, guys. Pick up the pace. You can do it. How we doing on food here? Food, we're good so far. We've got a lot of herbs, onions, getting some variety. That's awesome. And later we'll build some farms, but you know, in order to get farms, we'll need seeds, and we'll get the seeds later when we get our little traveler guy here comes by. So they're gonna come down on the river, and we'll set up a little training post, and we'll be able to do that. All right, let's cancel the gather. Just to give him a little more focus here. All right. So focus, guys. Focus. You can do it. Let's just focus on our general vicinity here. How's that? Right there, like so. There we go. Now they're a little more focused. Perfect. Boy, we're getting some wood in this time now. That's awesome. So now that we've got a lot of wood coming in, let's go ahead and start cranking out some coal. And we'll use that coal to make some steel tools. Let's see. Plenty of wood. There we go. Wood's full, stone's full. Just need iron now. Wood, stone, good. Very nice. Alright, so what are we missing here? We are missing... I think we're just missing some hide, or we're at a limit. Let's take a look here. Oh, we're at a limit, that's all. Let's pump you up to 250. 250 for clothes. There we go. Nice. Now you can start making some stuff. Perfect. So now we're getting a big stash of coal here because we've been burning wood. And we'll take the coal and make that the steel tools. So let's flip that back over here. Steel tool. Again, that's a mod, but you know, it's a great mod. Wow. You guys have been really busy on lumber here, haven't you? That's almost 1,500 logs there. That's awesome. What are we missing now? Just some iron? Yep. Looks like we just need some iron. So let's go ahead and do this. We will cancel our thing there, and we'll focus on just iron. Let's see, there's some iron right here. Here, grab that. There we go. There's some more iron over here, I believe. Yep, there's a couple right there. And just some out here with these guys. So, there we go. Now our laborers will actually go out and get some iron. Perfect. So now we're starting to get some buildings in here. We've got our iron going. We've got our autosave. Get a builder. And let's see. What do we need here? We'll get another herbalist and woodcutter. We got woodcutter, forester, we're good. Blacksmith, we're good. Tailor, we're good. You know what we need now? A couple more gatherers. There we go. We have to allocate those resources, otherwise we'll have some troubles. Perfect. See, we're getting a lot of roots and herbs and onions and berries now. Getting a good mix of food. This way they're not going to get sick. Otherwise, if you have just like one thing, they just get sick and, you know, they die. And you don't want them to die. These are your people. Boy, this is going to take a little bit to build. Almost there. Ta-da! Look at that. We've got ourselves a little town hall. Now we can have a mayor. Amazing. So, the settlers are actually called nomads. So that's what we're looking for. And let's see. What do we need? Actually, we have cabbage, pecans, and beans. So, no. Why not just make a farm? I think I'll make a farm over here, maybe? Yeah, that'll work. So, farm, crop field, and drop that down right over here like so. There we go. So our little guys are gonna go out there. They're gonna help us out. Well, that's amazing. That's a cool little building. I like that. Town hall. Now our people have a place to congregate and do bingo and stuff. Sweet. All right. Now, what do we need here? We need to get ourselves. Grain silo I haven't tried yet, so that's something fairly new. That's actually a mod, I believe. Training post. The training post goes right on the river, and this allows you to do really cool things. Let me go ahead and get one queued up here. I'll just pause it first. Here we go. Because we want to get our housing. And you know, these guys are just they're just happy people here. They're making upgraded houses. They're starting to fill out. So we need to get these houses built out quick as possible. What do we need here? Stone. Okay. So let's look at our resources. We'll cancel our current gathering. There we go. And we'll focus on just stone. And there happens to be a lot of stone right nearby, so we'll take that. There we go. Take all that stone back to base. And we'll make ourselves some stone houses. Perfect. Look at that. It's coming together. It's a plan. Log, stone, iron. So it looks like just stone, and we'll have ourselves a bunch of new little houses. This one's gonna take a lot of stone. 80 stone. That's ridiculous. But we'll get it. I'm not ready to build a quarry yet, but when we do, we'll probably drop it somewhere over here in this early direction because, well, and we'll give it its own little stockpile. Quarries are kind of, they kind of kill your characters a little bit. You guys, they have accidents. They drop a rock on their toe, stuff like that. So once we get these houses built, I think I'm going to build a church. Because people like churches. Helps keep them happy. And let's see, school we don't have yet. So let's go ahead with a chapel. Let's see, how big is this? Oh, that is big. Let's put it right over here. Still gonna be in the center of town. That'd be great. And let me pause that because I'm gonna get these houses built first. Kind of just planning ahead. That's all. And we're gonna build a cemetery. Not because we want to see all our characters die, but it's just because they like it. Well, not dying. They die of that on their own. Autosave. Let's put it behind the church. There we go. Well, that'll be a good spot for a cemetery. So the cemetery actually helps build morale, so that's why it's a good thing to have. So I'm just going to let them clear the area out. It's going to take quite a bit of stone. 76 stone. But let's go let them clear the area first. There we go. I think we're cleared. Oh, no, we got a ton of stone now. They're just dropping right in there. Housing's coming along great. Look at that. They're already popping babies out. Awesome. Our community's growing. And let's see. What are we going to... We're going to... How about some beans? There we go. And we'll assign a couple farmers. Just two. There we go. 2 farmers assigned. And... let's go ahead and unpause that now that we have that. We'll get our church built. We almost have enough stone to do the whole thing. Let's see, that's all we need now is stone, I believe. So let's put the gather on for stone. Get the stone out. There we go. Perfect. More stone here. And like so. So I think we're doing pretty good here. Look at that. We've got ourselves some good storage. We've got ourselves some steel tools coming out now. We've got some iron tools. What are you missing? You missing coal? Go ahead and start making some coal again. There we go. Not a problem. I almost wonder if you can use the coal to heat the houses too. That'd be cool. Look at that awesome supply of firewood. We're set there. Alright, our houses are doing good. They're still popping out babies. Nice. How we look on the houses? Oh, we needed more houses, I think. Yeah, it's a little tight in that household here. Time to build another house. So we'll go to housing and drop that right there like so. Perfect. So what do we need now? Just more stone? I think we'll be good. And we'll have our church coming up. So shortage of stone here, shortage of stone there. So if you get the morale built up, they'll be happier, and then they'll just do more stuff. They won't die as quick, which is awesome. They'll work harder. Man, she's just cranking out that coal. Nice. Alright, so this is getting started to be built. Perfect. And that's good. Nice. Let's go ahead and assign 8 people to build, and that'll get that cranked out real quick. And we'll drop that number as soon as they build it. Not a problem. What do we have here? More housing. Sounds like a plan. There we go. Now these stone houses will come in really handy because they're just much more efficient. I also love how they keep changing the designs. Like the design, like you drop one down, it's different than that one. It's pretty cool. Little slate roofs. Oh, we need a cleric. So here we go. Now we've got a cleric. Look at that, 43 members of the church. No dead people. Woohoo! That's a good start. Give her a housing bill here. You know, I may just make this another street here, because that street's getting pretty long. And here's another. Make this like a little block. There's like a city block. Check that out. And wait for it. Nope, nope, nope. Nope. Like so. There we go. Gotta have our town hall set up. And need a little road here to our cemetery. It definitely makes sense. There we go. And we'll put another road right here. That's going to be our future area. And we'll put one here to help the dock speed a little quicker. Perfect. So, what are our farmers doing? 3% yield. They're still growing. How are we doing on food? Let's make that 8,000. There we go. Nice. I think we're getting there. Still making babies? Perfect. See, that's starting to take out. You know, that house was getting a little full, so that's why we had to help them out a little. See how people age up? You know, they get old, they die. So you gotta take care of them here. Alright, so I think I'm going to wrap up this episode here. This is Glassic Gamer. I'd like to take this time to thank all my viewers and all my subscribers. Thank you all so very much. Without all of you, this wouldn't be a thing. If you enjoyed this episode, please smash that like button and comment below. And as always, if you have not done so, please subscribe and stay glassy. Bye-bye.